My best ain't enough. I wanna rest, but I'm too tough. My body's aching for sleep without disturbing dreams. My mask is showing its cracks, a broken smile intact. I'm good at playing pretend around both strangers and friends. I'm stuck on an endless merry-go-round, a cyclone of racing thoughts that never stop. And I just wanna feel better, but I can't get out of my head. I don't know what I'll do instead. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate? My depression, it sucks out all the joy of what I love. Ravenous black hole consuming all that I know. I could scream my lungs dry, punch through walls till I cry. Bloody knuckles, red eyes, oh my. I'm stuck on an endless merry-go-round, a cyclone of racing thoughts that never stop. And I just wanna feel better, but I can't get out of my head. I don't know what I'll do instead. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate? I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better, but I can't get out of my head. I don't know what I'll do instead. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate? I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better. I just wanna feel better. Will it always be this way? Am I doomed? Is this my fate?
Oh, welcome to Monday Night Men Caring for Men. This is the Men Caring for Men show on the Nonsensical Network. Glick, it's good to see you. And you know what? There's this little link down at the bottom here if you want to tell the people where they might be able to find us.
Oh man, I'm out of practice. I don't know how to do this. wait, what day of the week is this? Hold on a second.
I just told you twice. It's Monday. In fact, it's Martin Luther King Day today, as well as the college football championship between Ohio State and Notre Dame.
And Inauguration Day.
And it is Inauguration Day. God damn.
Yes.
This is a big day. This is a big motherfucking day.
It's Big Monday.
And
Big
we're
Monday.
up here.
And
I'd like to
even
say
bigger than anything that's happened today, Martin Luther King Day, college football championship,
us.
or the inauguration. Glick has made his triumphant return on a rare occasion back to Men Caring for Men.
Yeah. I was going to say, we are the biggest news of the week right now.
100% agree. Oh my God, that's tart. Oof. Yeah, man, you guys can find us everywhere. bio.link/nonsensical network. All of our links are there. All of our socials, Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Don't forget, shows are live Monday through Sunday. Shout out to Wally. He was on right before us. He had a couple guests on in the reptile world. They were talking reptiles tonight. And then you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. Everything, I believe, is up to date and on the platforms as of yesterday show. So, and when you go to bio.link, make sure you check out a link right up at the tippy top, Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. You can get a hoodie like this one, little Glick's House of Music hoodie. You can get the Nonsensical Network hoodie or shirt or whatever, and we're working on designs for all the shows. But you can get your Nonsensical swag there at Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner, or if you just want something else, like if Connor wants a shirt that says "I hate being an Ohio State fan," and they just choked the stupid Notre Dame Fighting Irish, he can get one of those, and we can get it shipped out.
Not yet. Give me another 2 hours, and I'll probably buy one.
She's on Facebook and Instagram. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner.
Looking down in this general area throughout tonight's show, because, like I mentioned there at the beginning, it is Ohio State, my beautiful Buckeyes. That I grew up knowing and loving and going to football games over and over again. They are in the national championship for the first time since 2018, 2017?
Yeah, something like that.
So, and they're playing against the Golden Helmet Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And this will be a good game. So I am kind of watching that here and there. That being said, on the topic of our show, make sure you check out Monday Night Speedway Stories and Cold-Blooded Conversations with Wally, Men Caring for Men with me, and usually another random guest or a random co-host like Glick. I just kind of throw whoever in that slot. Tuesday nights, Glick's favorite show of the week and probably his best performance of the week. Tuesday nights, Glick's House of Music, where he talks to people in the music industry, usually the small little people that are growing and becoming better and more well-known and who are going to blow up. So make sure you tune into that. Wednesday nights.
Tomorrow night I have From the Land, baby, from Cleveland. I have Kissing Lilith on, an alternative metal band from Cleveland. So
hell yeah.
Looking forward
exactly to that. What I was saying. Yeah, he has some interesting fucking people up there. What up, Pierce? And then Wednesday nights is What the Fuck News. If you watch it or you see it on the news and it makes you say, what the fuck, we're probably going to talk about it. And if you didn't see it on the news and we talk about it, I guarantee it'll make you say, what the fuck? Thursday nights is Jeff's Garage pending. He's still getting some stuff done behind the scenes to take care of that and put up that beautiful, wonderful show that he has on Thursday nights. Friday nights, Nonsense and Chill with Jeff and Blaze. They'll sit down, watch a movie. Usually you get to be a little bit of a part of that as they speak and kind of tell them their thoughts on the movie theater scene. Saturday night. Ooh, Saturday night. Cash's Corner. That is Glick and his son, and they like to talk about wrestling and some other stuff as well. I don't know that show very well. I'll be completely honest. Chris, fill me in.
That is Saturdays around noonish. Yeah, we're talking WWE. We're talking all things wrestling. He's a big wrestling fan. I'm a big wrestling fan. It's something that we share in common, and we spend a lot of time talking wrestling anyway. So I figured, why not? Let's do a father-son show. And Wally comes up from time to time and hangs out with us. We talk a little new school wrestling, a little old school wrestling. It's fun talking old school wrestling with Cash, because then he goes and gets on the YouTube or whatever and looks up what we're talking about after the show. So
if it's two sweaty, half-naked dudes touching each other inappropriately, then him and his son will talk about it.
And it's not just Blaze and I behind a rest stop.
And then later on Saturday nights, we have the flagship show, my favorite show outside of Monday nights, obviously. We have the Nonsensical Nonsense Show. Sunday nights is Unnecessary Roughness, where you guys talk about all your weird shit, sports and football and hockey and baseball and mostly football. But you guys talk everything.
It was solely a football show, but we had so much fun doing football this football season that it is it will be the full-fledged everything sports after the football season is over. Rick wanted to stay on. Derek Wayne decided he wanted to be a part of it. They both wanted to keep it going, and I was down for it. And I said, "Well, let's fucking rock and roll, boys."
Ooh,
So
hold on, 4th and 1. Notre Dame on the 10, on the 5. I'm sorry, 4th and 1.
got it.
Ball back. Fuck knuckles. Anyway, so welcome once again to my favorite overall show of the week, Men Caring for Men. This is where we get to kind of let all our steam out, take the week pick ourselves up by the bootstraps, and kind of start our week out on a good note. But what we like to do around here every Monday night is do our weekly bro check and see how the past week was. And Glick, I'm curious because we talk a little bit outside of the show, obviously keeping tabs on each other, et cetera, et cetera. But I haven't really been on a show with you in quite some time. How have you been, dude?
Yeah, man, we
overwhelmed.
Not, I'm not really, I'm not super overwhelmed. Just a little frustrated with some things. That's being hashed out. I set some goals and some priorities for the network, for all of us, and we're just hashing those out. But outside of that, man, I really can't complain. Things are good. We just took a trip this past weekend. We went and seen a former guest of mine from Glick's House of Music do a live gig, Mr. James Luker. We had a great time. He did a fantastic show. Got my James Luker swag. He hooked me up with a T-shirt. Not only that, but I thought this was really fucking cool. And I do want to shout him out for this.
Oh,
this
did you
is
get a
his
letter?
set list. This was his set list from Saturday night.
Oh.
And he signed it and even put the date and everything on it for me. I told him, I said, in all seriousness, no joke, I'm going to print out the picture that him and I took together. I'm going to put them both in a frame, and they're going to go up there on the wall. And I think I'm going to, with my belts back here, I'm going to create like a little wall of fame because Nikki and I were talking, and one of the things I want to do this year is guests that I interview with, if they're within a 2 to 3 hour window, and they're doing a gig, and we're able to, I'm going to go see them, and make sure I do the picture thing and everything like that. And I'm going to create like a little wall of fame back here behind me with all of my former guests when we meet each other in person.
That's pretty smart.
And stuff like that. But no, it was he put on a great show. It was an acoustic show. Him and his guitar, one of my favorite things to see.
Arles! Oh my goodness! Sorry.
And and then we went back and hung out at the house after the show for a little bit, chit chatted, and then I went over Saturday. It was super low key Saturday, and just got to have a conversation with him, man, and got to talk to him, and had a really good weekend and a really good, spontaneous road trip with Nikki. We got to do some touristy things and whatnot. So, hey, man, I honestly don't have a whole lot of complaints, man.
What the fuck did you do with your kids?
My kids? They're at their mom's.
Oh, fuck you! It sounds so good to be divorced.
Yeah, that was one of the other things that changed this school year. The last couple years I've had the kids full time, except for the weekends. Their mom's starting to get reestablished and whatnot, and things are going better for them. And so this year we started. We're doing a week on and a week off. They're with her a week and they're with me a week. So like they went back to her house Friday, and then they won't be back here until Friday. So they went to their mom's Friday for their week, and Nikki and I got off work and hit the road, and now I have the week just to kind of chill here at the house. I think one of the other things that's kind of made my mood a little bit better too is, and this is silly to say, but what's up, Arliss? Happy birthday to you, brother. We rearranged the bedroom. Like we moved all of our furniture around,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
like it, and I like it so much better.
I
The
feel
bedroom feels bigger. It feels more comfortable. Like I got my little space over here, so I got like the wall and shit behind me. So I don't know, and I know we got the living room that's on our to do. We're gonna rearrange the living room. So I know it might sound silly, but just moving the furniture around it does wonders.
Yeah, Arliss, I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday, dude! I was just stoked to see you in here in general. I haven't had you on a live in quite some time.
I gotta get that picture off of Facebook of Pretty Princess Arliss, him and his tiara and pink sash at the little birthday celebration they had this past weekend.
That's good. Oh, that's
But,
a penalty. You can't do that. Oh,
but yeah, man, things have been going good. I know it's been a hot minute since a part of me misses doing Monday nights, but there's also a part of me that's like, it's nice not to have to worry about Monday nights.
Yeah,
Or
it's
not have to worry
thing.
about another show. Yeah,
yeah, it's one less thing on your plate. As much as like having like and I kind of ran into that conflict with like doing Saturday nights and why you've seen less and less of me. And Wednesday nights. I think Wednesday nights was like my first big decision where I was like, I need to make more time specifically for my family, for my kids and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I stopped doing Wednesday nights and I was just doing Monday nights and Saturday nights, having during the week outside of Monday nights, just having during the week to spend that time with my wife and my kids. And like, I felt like not that the show is something that worried me, but it was one less thing, I got to take one more thing off my plate just for a minute. And then Saturday nights, just Saturdays have become my wife and I's night because she's gotten to the point where she's doing 5 people's jobs now at work. Yeah, so that's been a whole thing. I was actually about to do that too, Glick, and I got sidetracked. To kind of put this out there because again, we haven't had a live show up here in a little bit of time. This is an open panel. We do like to hear from people. We do like to have some feedback, especially when we're up here live. So if you would like to, the link is in the comments. As long as you don't show your willy or any genitals of any kind, and there's no full-on nudity, you can come on up and we can talk and have a good conversation about some mental health stuff. So yeah, anyway, I noticed that Glick dropped that in the comments. I was there. I had it in the copy, but I hadn't pasted it yet. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I miss having you on Monday nights. I miss our little powwow sessions, but at the same time, you do a lot, especially with the network, and having this off your plate. I'm more than happy to take this from you and kind of take the reins when you did hand them to me. So I'm happy with the way it is. I like it. Sometimes I wish I could hop up on Saturday nights a little more often, be a little more involved there. But again, family show, it's a balancing act as most things are in life. Don't tell me what to do, Blaze.
100%. It really is, and that's the thing. I mean, I'm still doing, and it's no big secret. It's obviously no big secret. Tuesday nights have become my favorite night of the week. I love doing all the shows. Wednesday, Saturday, both shows on Saturday and Sunday. But Tuesdays really become that's my jam, man. Like I'm having so much fun with it, and meeting a lot of really cool people and having fun with them, and that's kind of like I said, that's become my biggest project right now.
Yeah,
and I look forward to it, and I love it. I've been very fortunate. I have not had a bad guest yet. I've had a couple where it's like, you have interactions in the chat, and it's just like, oh God, this is going to be a fucking thing. And
you get somebody like
the show,
hops in the chatters box and ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, you get into the show, and you might have a few minutes of filling each other out, but then it picks up, man, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and but taking a show off of my plate and And even Wednesday nights, I still do Wednesday nights, but I put Jeff in the driver's seat on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm still there, but I don't have the stress of doing everything for it, doing the behind the scenes and getting it ready. So I literally just show up. I mean, at the end of the day. So,
Bro, what? Who the fuck
but,
starts a conversation like that? What the hell? It's my fucking wall.
but now I have other frustrations and aggravations. So,
Yeah, I feel that, and I could feel you kind of exuding that energy when we were talking backstage earlier today. I was like, dude, because you asked if you could come up, and I know that you're my network, my show. I can do whatever the hell I want, But I appreciate you. I appreciate you asking. Although you are 100% always welcome on Monday nights. You and I started Monday nights, and it's only fitting that you would be welcome on any show.
I just don't want to steamroll or step on any toes, or because I just said, this is your baby now. You do what you will with it, man.
And it is my baby. I love doing Monday nights. I love doing the show. I love coming up here and being able to kind of talk about everything that's going on, whether it's things that are going on in the world. You stepped out, you dipshit. Whether it's things that are just going on in the world, or whether it's shit that's going on in my life, or in whoever is up here with me, going on with them, and we can really talk about it, because I think that a lot of the things we do talk about are common. They're common problems that a lot of people run across, and if somebody is lucky enough to have clicked that button and watch our show for a little bit, they can kind of get a feeling of not being alone, and possibly some helpful advice, maybe detrimental advice. I honestly don't know, but
Yeah, right.
I haven't seen anything bad yet. So go. Anyway,
No. But to reiterate the question back to you, since we have not got to sit down and have our powwow in a while for the project, how the hell have you been, man?
I've been interesting, good, extremely busy, and also like there are some things going on that are odd, that are new, that are weird, that I'm not 100% sure how to handle, and my wife tells me I'm taking it really hard, and that I need to not be so emotional about it. And but so Carson, my oldest son, he has ADHD. One of the neurodivergent is the new term for it, but he's got ADHD, and it's really obvious. And he is the same child as I was when I was a kid. Just he always wants to be doing something. He's no good at sitting still and focusing and stopping and pulling back the impulse control. That's not going to work. And so it was really easy for us to take him to the doctor and talk to them about that and come up with a good plan. Well, my middle child, and I hope that someday if he sees this, he doesn't think I'm putting him on blast. But my middle child is a whole different animal. He was doing awesome at the beginning of this quarter, or at the beginning of the school year. That first quarter, his teacher had nothing but great things to say about him. He was learning and progressing super well, and get upfield, ding dong. And he was doing really, really great. And then all of a sudden, the second quarter started, the second half of this semester, and his teacher was like, I don't know what changed, but it's like someone flipped a switch. He can't sit still in class. He's talking to everybody while he's not supposed to be. He gets up and walks around, or he skips and runs around, or touches himself in inappropriate ways. Granted, he's 5, but like in the middle of class, in the middle of teaching a lesson, or and I'm like, yeah, we've been noticing an uptick in certain things that he did. And all of a sudden he started doing this thing, and I can only equate it to stimming. If anyone knows what that means, it's like where you have to move or touch a certain body part or sway in a certain way to get your brain to calm down. And it's seen a lot in autistic children and autistic adults. And so we brought it up with the doctor. We actually had his appointment today. And after having multiple conversations with my wife and doing some online quizzes, we think he might be slightly on the spectrum. And there is nothing wrong with that. We know for a fact that he has ADHD. He's also got an anxiety disorder. Everything is panic for him. But as a dad, Carson is really easy to. He's really, I don't want to say he's easy to parent, but the parenting style that works for my oldest son is very simple and straightforward. It's not like a beat him into submission thing, but it is a, hey, if I'm firm with you, he gets it. Like if you can get him on a one-track mind, he gets it. My middle child is just completely different. And kind of having his pediatrician allude to, yes, he probably is on the spectrum and we can get him tested. And it's like, it's almost like a punch in the gut. Not because I feel bad for, or I guess I do kind of feel bad for him, but not like because it's a bad thing, but because I know it can make life harder. Yeah, I want my kids, particularly my boys. Obviously, I want my daughter to grow up to be successful and amazing and a great person. But I want my boys to be successful young men. And I know that as a parent, it's mostly my job to encourage that and to help them and to build them into that. And these things can hinder that. And they can make it harder. Parenting is not as easy. You have to parent differently. You have to be able to understand what he's thinking and feeling. And a lot of the time, I don't. And up until now, I've just kind of chalked it up to he isn't there yet developmentally. And not he's different. And so that's been...
aside from that, but I'll tell you what, man, as a dad of three myself, just like you, and I think any parent will tell you the same. Each kid individually, you have to parent them all different. Like when your daughter gets older, you're going to realize that the style that you use on the oldest one, the middle one, is going to be totally different than what you use for her.
Well, yeah, I can't make her do push-ups. I'll cry while she's crying.
I mean, well, unfortunately for her, she's going to grow up in a world where she has no rights anyway. So at least that's what I'm hearing. So.
Oh God! I saw a thing on Facebook the other day. It was mistakes that men have made over the years. It's like giving women the right to vote. I was like, that's fucking terrible.
But I'll tell you what, man. I don't know how you guys, and I'm not going to obviously tell you how to parent or anything like that, but and I'm sure you're aware of it too, just from your own personal medical disasters and catastrophes. There are other methods that'll help him with his ADHD, and if he is on the spectrum, that doesn't involve putting him on meds and pills. My oldest daughter has ADHD and ADD, and that was the the go-to, man, was meds, and my ex-wife and I am strongly against medicating of children. Like, I won't even medicate myself, you know what I mean? Let alone my own kids. So I was like, there's absolutely no way in hell that we're going to put her on medication to where she's just a zombie. She's just a shell of herself, because at the same time, she was a 5-year-old fucking kid. You know, you can't diagnose every fucking 5-year-old with ADHD or ADD just because you're a shitty teacher, which is what it boiled down to. But there's alternative methods, and, something as easy as like changing a diet, watching what they're eating, watching the foods, giving them certain types of food. And with the autism, I'll tell you, if he is on the spectrum, my nephew is severely autistic. My oldest, one of my older nephews. Like he was nonverbal, and my sister used the oils, like the THC oils and CBD oils and whatever, and she found a great school for him to go to with it was a public school, but they had a great program that they really helped him. And he went from being like literally nonverbal, just, kept to himself type, and to where after a couple of years, I didn't even recognize the kid. I thought it was a totally different kid because he was talking like when we would get together for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Uncle Chris, come here and check out. His thing was video game, like games and like digital art and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how autistic kids kind of gravitate towards a particular thing. Uncle Chris, check out this game that I got. Uncle Chris, man, come here, let's play this. It was like, it's not even the same kid that he was last year at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then she started telling me what she took him off the meds that he was on and started doing other things. And I would seriously recommend looking into those options if you guys have any I can't think of the word. If you guys don't want to medicate them at all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have any doubts about medication, look into some of the alternative ways that you can do things. And a lot of times they work so much better because they still stay the same. They have their personality. They just
When I was a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD as well. I mean, it's like 70% of adults who have ADHD, their kids have it too. Blah blah blah. Like, statistics, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was medicated, and I don't fault my parents at all. There is absolutely no resentment as to how they treated me or how they tried to figure out how to help me. But they medicated me when I was a kid, and when I was on my medicine, it was like I was dulled. It was like my personality is normally here, and when I was on the medication, it was down here. And it got to a point where it was like, okay, if we up the dosage, he does better in school. And that was true, but it was also kind of tearing me apart. So I've seen and felt the negative side effects of it, and I don't want to do that to my kids, particularly my boys, and Carson, like I see me in him, in the way that he acts, the things that he says, the way he behaves, everything. Carson is medicated though. I go with the absolute minimum dose. On top of that, he sees a social worker at school. He sees her like 2-3 times a week. They talk, they kind of do like an occupational therapy thing where they work on how to properly socialize, how to not be, because one of his big things is being impulsive and talking over people. And it's learning how to properly read social situations, things like that. So I am not a big advocate of just medicating your kids to get them to fucking behave. That's a combination of parenting and working with your teachers or their teachers and working with the medical staff to figure out a good plan and what works for you. I have no problem with medicating your child, but I think that it's gotten to a point where it's getting out of hand.
It was always a last resort for us. Our oldest. And it's funny because you go back to when I was a kid, and they didn't really know what to do with ADHD. And then when you were a kid, because there is a big age difference between you and I.
Yeah, only 20 years.
Ish, not quite. But and then it was the medicines were there, but they didn't know enough about them. When you were coming up, now it's become where, and much like with anything, it's like, well, we're gonna push the pills because that'll fix them. No, it just, in my opinion, it just zombifies them, and they just become a shell of what they are. And I think just as kids, in general, I mean, you said, how old's Carson? What, 5, 6?
Carson is 7. Bryson will be 6 in 10 days.
Or Bryson, yeah. So he's at that age where he doesn't necessarily have the social skills and to pick up on social cues and whatnot like that. So he's still at that developmental age And it's like, oh, he's this, that, and the other thing. Here, give him all these drugs and he'll be fine. And then he's just, he looks like an extra from The Walking Dead walking around the house.
Yeah. I'm on the same wavelength, but I'm not so against medication that I'm not willing to explore it. I think that there's a difference between I'm going to dope them into submission and hey, let's play with it a little bit and see what the side effects are, what changes with them, whether there are a whole bunch of negatives to it. I ask Carson on like 3-4 times a week, hey, how are you feeling? Because I know he takes the medicine and I know what the medicine did to me. I'm like, dude, how are you feeling? You don't have to be tough. Are you sad at all? How are you doing at school? Are you having fun? Do you still have friends? Do you talk to them a lot? And he's doing great. And that's not where I was.
Yeah.
And so there's got to be like a middle ground where you can balance. Maybe he needs it, maybe he doesn't. Maybe as he grows older, we can back it off a little bit and let him learn how to adjust himself. I didn't get off my medicine until I was 17 because I wanted to join the military. And I couldn't have ADHD medication or be diagnosed with ADHD and be in the military. And so I got off my medicine, made sure it was out of my system. I learned how to fucking deal with it. My senior year was a struggle and a half, but my personality was back. And that was where it like clicked for me. Oh my God. I've been, like you said, just like a shell of what I'm actually supposed to be. So I think there's a middle ground. I think there's a point where it's helpful and there's a point where it's detrimental. And I think there's a point where you might not need it at all. I don't know if Bryson needs medication. I think that it's going to be a balancing act to figure out between his therapist and if we do go take him to a psychiatrist to get him diagnosed, and see whether or not he's Rizamin with the Tizamin. But I think it's going to be a balancing act to figure out exactly what he needs to be successful as a person, as a man, as a kid, and what he needs to be to grow through this rather than growing around it. So I think there's a lot of different things to it, but just like as a parent, it feels like a punch to the gut because I know it makes things harder.
Yeah.
And like, has my parenting style up till now made it worse or better, or would it have changed? Would it have made a difference? What could I have done differently, or how do I need to change to do things differently in the future? And it's just I want them to be amazing young men, and knowing
you might want to look into getting him a new dad.
Oh fuck! I sure as hell ain't sending them to your house.
I don't want any more. Trust me, bro. You're just starting. You see, you're just starting. I'm counting down the days until I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the final stages. Like, I got one that's quote unquote grown, and 2 of them that aren't too far behind. So I'm counting down the days, to being to my freedom, so to say. To be in parole.
I mean, you got a little taste of that this weekend.
Yeah. Well, we like to try to take random road trips from time to time. That's something that, Nikki and I discussed. And it's good if you can do that for your relationship. You know what I mean? We discussed that early on when we first started dating about being able to say, we don't have to go anywhere special. We don't have to go anywhere. I mean, we could go something as simple as just like go to Buckeye Lake for the weekend. That's a half hour from here. You know what I mean? Just to get away from the house and do something, just the two of us. That's not the norm, because we have all week together when the kids aren't here. But to just not get away from the norm, you know what I mean? And sit here. So, that was one of the things I felt bad about when we started dating because she's got 2 kids. The kids are grown, and I'm like. By the way, I still got 3 kids that got some
Sorry
years.
To make you start over, but
got some years on them before they're done. But that's one of the things that we talked about is trying to make time for ourselves to just get away from the house, even if it is only for a weekend. So
Yeah, it's one of those things that I so like my Nikki and me, when we got married, I was 19, she was 20, and we had kids. We had Carson. I was still 20, or I was still 19 rather. Um, and so we didn't have the whole phase of our marriage where we got to spend we got to go on those random road trips, or we got to spend those weekends together. It was uh, since the inception of our marriage, it has been parenting and being married, and it's a, like I said earlier. I mean, everything is a balancing act. There's a part of me that's excited to be an empty nester one day, and get to re-know her and relearn who she is and relearn our relationship. That's going to be fun. But there's also a big part of me that's like, I know that that these days are only going to last for 18 years apiece. And once it's gone, and it doesn't come back. So there's pros and cons to everything, but I definitely hear you.
it's worth it. I mean, it's worth it all at the end. And once the kids get older, it's easier for you guys to be able to get out. You be like, Carson, mom and dad are going out for a few hours. You're in charge of your brother and sister. Yeah,
Bryson, do push-ups. No.
Both of you do push-ups until mom and dad get home.
What about Kennedy? What about her? She didn't say anything. She's over there playing with her unicorns in pink paint. You ruined it.
Yeah, now that's the other thing. I mean, as they get older, I mean, it becomes easier, even before they get out of the house or whatever. It becomes easier for you guys to do things and go out and have date nights or get away or, where you can. I mean, like Austin was home this weekend with the dog, and both Buggy and Cash and Austin and Nikki were all sick last week. And Buggy and Cash were home from school pretty much all week last week. So Buggy was still sick Friday. And Courtney, my ex, was like, "Did she stay there this weekend?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't care, but we're going out of town and Austin will be home." So she just spent the weekend with Austin. I mean, she's almost 16 and Austin's almost 20. So they just chill here at the house, and I don't know what the hell they did. They didn't kill each other, so that was a plus. So,
you didn't come home to blood all over the walls. And
they didn't kill each other, and the house wasn't burnt down, so that's a plus.
You open the door, he's just dragging her body. Hey, Dad.
Yeah, seems like a normal weekend. Nothing to see here.
No. She's fine. She's just sleepy. But
gave her some NyQuil.
But yeah, other than that, and parenting stuff being interesting, I've just been busy. College, work has been really fun though, really rewarding, and I really enjoy my job. It's just it makes every day just a little bit more difficult.
What up, Jeeves?
And so that's I do love it. I feel like I'm kind of being groomed to walk into another job there, or another position there that's going to be worth a little bit more money, but again, take up a little bit more of my time. So pros and cons. The outside of that, man, it's just being a dad, being a husband, trying to move my life forward and be successful, and then trying to balance the shows in between, and still find time for the family. It's like I said, I mean, I feel like that should be the quote of the night. Everything's a balancing act, man. It's just, that's been my life for 2025 so far, all 20 days of it.
All 20 days. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just, especially with with what we're doing here is on the network, it's a matter of trying to find that balance of quote unquote good and evil, or good and evil. You know what I mean? The evil side being like spending too much time doing this, I'm doing that, I'm not paying attention to this. I'm trying to find that. That's what Nikki was teasing me today. because we've been watching Dexter, and she's obsessed with it. And she's like, "You're not even supposed to do a show on Mondays." I was like, "I know." She said, 2 hours. That's all you get. I'm like, "All right, yes, ma'am." If you say so.
Hey, Nikki, you can't be mad at me. I never told him to come anywhere.
Oh shit! Sorry to hear, Juice. I didn't know that. Sorry to hear about that, brother.
Oh shit. Hey man. Yeah, the cool thing is, even though this is Glick's night, I've got this really fun thing that we do where you can come up here and fucking talk about it if you want.
It's not my night. I'm just here.
You're just here. You're just here. Hey, you mind if hey Connor, do you mind if I come up on the show? I'm fucking frustrated. I want to talk about some stuff. And so I even put it in the description. I was like, tonight's Glick's night. He's taking over the show. He's taking the reins back for the night. He's going to be up here for 6 hours. Nikki's going to be pissed at him. It's going to be hilarious. I've already planned his funeral.
Yeah. I'm just a passenger princess tonight. I said, "Hey, do you have a topic? Because I'd like to bring something up and talk about it." And she said, "Actually, I don't." So, which I wasn't surprised by either.
like I said, it's a balancing act. I put too much time toward one thing and I neglect another, and oftentimes, unfortunately, it's this show that I neglect. And so there's a lot to work out there. But speaking of topics and things that we want to talk about, nice pass. That was a fucking dart. Speaking of things that we want to talk about, we're gonna come back from a break here in a minute, and we're gonna get into the things that Glick had on his mind. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to deep dive. I'm going to make him cry. It's going to be awesome. So check us out, bio.link/nonsensical network. We're going to run to break. Glick, do you have any song recommendations that we have in our current repertoire?
Oh, hell, man.
You're the man of music over there, man.
Yeah, I haven't even
looked. You got a whole house dedicated to it. You better have a recommendation.
I do. I have a whole goddamn house. The house of Glick, the house that Glick built, the house of Glick. What is
the house of music? Brought to you by Glick.
Man, I didn't. Oh, you know what? We were just talking about this weekend. I'm gonna do a little James Luker, Last Hope, just because him and I were talking about it this weekend.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like it. Well, welcome back to Men Caring for Men on the Nonsensical Network Podcasting Network. My name is Connor. I'm here with you, per usual, hosting with the long gone but not quite forgotten Christopher Glick. It's good to see him and have him back up here. Go check us out on all of our social medias or anywhere that you can find your favorite podcast. Check us out. Click bio.link/nonsensical network, and you can find all of our stuff there. Monday nights we have Speedway Stories and Cold-Blooded Conversations, followed by our show Men Caring for Men, or I should say my show. Tuesday nights Glick's House of Music. Wednesday nights What the Fuck News. Thursday nights is Jeff's Garage, kind of pending. Friday nights is going to be Nonsense and Chill with Jeff and Blaze. Saturday nights, you got Cash's Corner, or Saturday during the day, you have Cash's Corner. And then Saturday nights is, of course, the flagship show, Nonsensical Nonsense, my God. And then Sunday is Unnecessary Roughness, where they talk all things sports. Again, check us out at Nonsensical Nonsense. Or I'm sorry, at bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. Words are hard, and that is the slogan around here.
And don't forget, while you're at bio.link, check out Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. Get all your non swag there, or if you just want something personalized, Nikki's got you covered.
Like a wiener on a t-shirt. Jeff ordered that last week.
Yep, wiener on a t-shirt.
But I digress. Glick, we kind of got got caught up there with how you've been before the break. It is now the second portion of this show. Tell me, you had something in mind when you messaged me and asked me to come up tonight. What's on your mind, brother? What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? God, that kid annoys me, and I don't know why. He annoys me, but he also entertains the piss out of me, and I don't understand. First and foremost, I do shout out to Jeeves and your family. Anybody out there listening or whatever, whether you believe in prayers, good vibes, whatever, send some to Jeeves and his family. Sorry for your loss, man. That's terrible. I can't imagine, man. Smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and ring Glick's bell. Yeah, ring my bell for me. Yeah, but
I've done that enough in our time together.
It's never enough. No, something's kind of been weighing heavy on my mind for a little while now, and I, like I said, had some good conversations this weekend with James Luker. Him and I chatted a little bit, and it was just kind of really hit hard. And then there was something that happened this weekend that's just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But basically, it all comes down to having the right support system in place, having the people around you that are, whether it be your significant other or whatever, that are pushing you in the right direction and encouraging you to go and grow and do what you do, chase your dreams, whatever that may be. And then you got the hanger-oners and the looky-loos that basically are non-existent unless they need something from you. They need a favor from you. And in a roundabout way, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out there for anybody listening, take this however you want to take it. I'm not in the business of helping anybody anymore. I'm in the business of helping me and mine. And so if you want to start a podcast, I'm not the guy to come to anymore. You can go to Google. There's plenty of tips and stuff I got on Google. If you're wanting to push your channels or whatever, I'm not the guy to come to anymore. It's a give take. It's a two-way street from here on out. I have been burnt. I have been made to look like an asshole more times than I can count. And then there's people out there that I don't know. Maybe they feel like I owe them something just because at one point in time we may or may not have been close friends. And I'm just not in that business anymore. I'm looking out for me, and I'm looking out for mine. Mine being this network and the people that are involved in this network, the people who come in and support us on a regular basis, the people who, you know, I'm very appreciative to the people who support us and the people who are there and watch our stuff and share our stuff and listen to our stuff. But the other ones, man, y'all can keep listening all you want, but don't come and ask me for help.
Please keep listening. We love it.
Yeah, because I'm not there. There is no more favors being given. Like I said, been burned by quite a few people, and I know I'm not the biggest podcaster out there. I know we don't have the biggest numbers or anything else like that or whatever, but still got people coming to me for help and asking for this, that, and the other thing, and I'm just not doing it anymore. And James said something, and a couple other musicians said something to me that they are very appreciative and very grateful for me and what I do. And I'm like, you know what I mean? I just have you.
Got
I
him.
just have you up. No, I'll end your podcast. Very appreciative. And James and I were talking, and he was like, bro, he said, at the end of the day, you're going to the top and I'm going to the top. And whoever gets there first, he's like, if I get there before you do, I'm taking you with me. And that's the kind of shit I want in my life. Those are the people I want in my life, man. I'm over here supporting you, telling people about you, and you can reciprocate it, and you can show actual appreciation. But man, and I might sound salty, and I might sound some type of way, and good, because I am fucking salty.
I was gonna say it's okay.
Yeah,
you are. Be salty.
Yeah, I am extremely salty, and I do feel some sort of way because, again, there's been a lot of people out there that I've helped. There's been a lot of people that I've supported, and those same people have basically slapped me in the mouth. And this goes way back. I mean, this goes back to when I was just a jackass in my garage drinking on Periscope.
Now you're just a jackass drinking in your bedroom on StreamYard.
Pretty much. Yeah, I've come a long way since the garage. I'll tell you that. I have definitely come a long way from my garage drinking on Periscope. But no, there's been a lot of streamers out there that TikTokers that I knew when they were nothing, and then they got a little bit of fame, and it went to their head, and completely disrespected and kind of shit on me because, and that's the other thing, man. I spent so much time putting others ahead of me, and now I'm putting this in the forefront. Like this like obviously the life outside of podcasting does come first, but the podcasting life, this network comes first before anybody else.
Yeah.
So you can either get on board, or you can get on board with the train, and we can help each other, and we can create a community, and we can all grow together, or you can hop off the fucking train, and I hope you clear the tracks because it ain't slowing down, and it's going to run you over. I made a post today, and I said 2025 is the year of nonsensical, and I mean that. And I'm doing that either if I got to do it all on my own, or you guys strap up your fucking boots, as you said, and you guys start rocking with me, and we all get on the same page. Regardless, this is going to be the year of nonsensical. Things are going to happen. Numbers are going to happen. I've got goals for us, man. I've got personal goals for my podcasting stuff, but there ain't no more hanger-oners. Don't. At the end of the day, you're either on the same page or you're reading a different book.
Yeah. Well, Glick, and I don't want to cut into your monologue, but I want you to hear two things from me, and I want obviously I want our listeners to hear it too. First of all, and Blaze and I kind of mentioned it a little bit in the last Men Caring for Men show. The people who are around you, you are the average of your 5 closest friends, right? Mm-hmm. If you keep shit people around you, or people with bad energy, or people that fucking bring you down, or don't support you, or aren't heading in the same direction as you, you are being a detriment to yourself. Don't ever be apologetic for removing toxic people from your life, whether or not they think they're toxic. They can be fucking mad about it all they fucking want. And if I'm ever one of those people that you got to cut out of your life, then just tell me that so that I can be mentally prepared. But
Connor, there was a reason why I came up here tonight. It's funny you bring that up.
But don't be apologetic. I love you, and I know that you have a fire in your heart and your soul for what you're doing, and this is your dream, and you're chasing it. Stop apologizing and saying, I'm sorry for being mad. I'm sorry for coming off as an asshole. I'm sorry for this, but XYZ. Just fucking say it. Just be it. You don't have to be sorry. You know, if ever there was a time where this show impeded my life to the point where it was a detriment to me, or a detriment to my family, or it wasn't moving me in the same direction as where I wanted to go, and I didn't want to be a part of it, and it wasn't helping me, I would back out with no hard feelings. I wouldn't look twice. I would cross the road. I would wave goodbye. I'd say I love you, and I'd peace out. We're not there, which is why I'm still here. But I wouldn't be apologetic about it. You don't have to be apologetic about your emotions. You don't have to be apologetic about cutting the wrong people out of your life. I have watched you support the wrong people. I've watched you bring the wrong people onto the network. And it's not a mistake of yours. It's not a mistake of ours. It's people that were toxic, that had their own agendas, that we cut out because we realized it. Particularly you cut them out because you realized it, because you're kind of the voice for this network. But just stop being fucking apologetic for doing the right thing for you, and as you said, you and yours.
Yeah.
You know,
Nikki got on me about that today, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Nikki got on me about that in the car today. She's like, stop being so passive aggressive, because there's kind of a situation that came up this weekend that just kind of really put the final nail in the coffin of how I'm feeling about things. And it's just like, nah, like, people forget how much I do for others, and now that's gone. I'm there for the community. You know, there's a community that we want to build. There's whether it be with the artists that have come onto my music show, other streamers. Chaka has introduced us to a whole new community and those guys are great. They're and I'm not talking to them. I'm talking about the titty hanger. And you're right, and Nikki's right. I do need to stop apologizing, and I do just need to be like, you know what, fuck it. I'm an asshole. And you know why I'm an asshole? Because you fuckers made me this way. Not you, but
I mean, I'm part of it. No. Don't backtrack now. I know I'm part of it. But now, you've also been very, very lenient with me because you understand kind of where I'm coming from with a lot of stuff. So you can chew me out all day long. You'll never hear me bitch and complain about it unless I truly have an issue with something you say.
What's up,
James?
What up, James? I was just
Speaking
talking
of
about
James
you, bro.
Luker.
No, and you and Nikki are both 100% right. I do need to stop being so passive aggressive and just be like, you know, fuck your feelings, and it is what it is. Because,
Goddamn right he is.
No.
He just called you a bitch on live TV.
Connor said I just called you a bitch on live TV.
I mean, you'll have that. Connor's opinion is irrelevant.
What?
Connor's opinion is irrelevant.
Well,
Yeah,
I know.
just like your age.
He said just like your age. He said it, not me.
He's uninvited.
What?
He's uninvited.
Connor's uninvited.
And I hope he falls off a gondola in Italy.
So do I.
I'm sure his Nikki will push him off a gondola
As she should.
or roll him off of one.
Because he ain't got no
you
eggs.
suck, Howard.
Captain Crunch.
See, that's just a joke to you. My wife hears it every morning.
We'll be on for a little bit. No. I said that you were getting on me earlier, and Connor was just kind of getting on me too about being passive aggressive, and he, like, don't fucking
Stop apologizing
If
for it.
you're gonna be an asshole, be an asshole. Fuck him. You know. So, and that's why I was saying that. You know, you were right, and obviously he's right as well. It's just, I don't know, man. Like I said, man, I've done so much for so many, and there's been, the only thing it's gotten me in return is a lot of frustration, a lot of aggravation, and most importantly, just looking incredibly fucking stupid. And I can do, and I need no help making myself look stupid. I can do that on my own.
What's up, Corey?
What's up, Corey?
Yeah, no, you
OG Corey.
You started stupid
Happy
on
New Year,
Saturday
brother.
nights with Jeff. That was your fault.
What?
Don't you look at me and act like this fucking podcast was my fault. No. You started this Saturday nights almost 4 years ago now. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You started.
Oh no. Oh, I know. I'm gonna. Oh no. I started. I you know what? I take full responsibility. I did. I started nonsensical nonsense. I evolved nonsensical nonsense into the network. I was just talking to Jeff about it the other day because Nikki and I was sitting here. One of the things I was doing behind the scenes for our YouTube channels, I'm putting all the shows into playlists, so that they're easier for.
All right. I'm gonna to take the dog.
So that they're. Just come down. It's fine. So that when people come back to watch the replays, they're easier to find the shows and whatnot. And I was like, holy shit, I've done 36 interviews. I've done 40 some odd shows for Glick's House of Music, and I've done like 36, 37 interviews at this point. And I was like, holy shit, Glick's House of Music was the evolution of the network because it was the first spinoff show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I used to feel bad when I would take credit because I created the network, or I created Nonsensical Nonsense. Yes, Jeff's been there since day one with me, but it was my brainchild, and I've evolved it, and I've continued to evolve it, and then I created this network. And most of the shows on here have been my brainchild. Men Caring for Men, What the Fuck News, Glick's House of Music, the sports show.
Hey, Men Caring for Men was our brainchild. Don't you dare take full credit.
Well, I needed somebody that I could count on to do an actual serious show with, and you were that guy because it was something that I'd wanted to do for a while. But it's hard to do a men's mental health show by yourself. You know what I mean?
It is.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Why I
you know,
end up bringing people on like Saturdays and Sundays. Hey, you want to come up and co-host with me? Hey, Brandon, if you can turn on a camera for me, show me a couple fingers, and show me that you're actually a person, we can
try that one. Try that one, James. If not, let me know.
All right, Brandon.
Check the.
Brandon, how you doing, buddy?
Hello. I was on here before. I think I was on here before.
That's okay. We have people that come up that show up as repeats that will.
There is a restream button. There is a restream button.
But yeah, how you doing, Brandon?
Just fine.
I hate to cut Glick off in the middle.
If it hit it, this stream will be restreamed over to my channel.
Let me know if that works in the chat, James. If not, I'll send it over to you. Yeah, man, Vape and Chill was the show. That was the shit. Periscope, Pounding Rocks. Corey Simmons is an OG.
And hit
man.
the stream to your
Been around.
audience link. This stream will be reaching over to my channel.
Yeah, Corey and Chris Technician are both OGs from the Periscope days. And that's the other thing, man. And that's the other thing, like, you know, when it comes to platforms and stuff like that, that's kind of the other thing that I've been thinking a lot about lately. And I don't know why, but I have been, is when you create something or change something, you know, you might have an audience on another platform. And you might think that audience is loyal to shit, but then as soon as you change platforms, man, they're nowhere to be found.
Right.
And you know, and like I said, Corey's been around since Periscope. Chris Technician's been around since Periscope. There's a few other people that come in here from Periscope. There's a few people that come in here from TikTok and whatnot. But that's what I'm talking about, man. It's a lot about fucking loyalty, man. People ain't loyal no more, and I think that's a huge problem because I'm like,
And I
goddamn.
do. And did you look at my? And did you even look at my channel before?
Nope.
No.
Many people say I'm the
I
best.
can't. I
Yeah,
can't
we-
because I'm the best streamer.
Why do you say you're the best streamer?
We usually keep things pretty centralized within Nonsensical Network. We like to have people up on our live shows to add to the conversation, but yeah, we stay within the Nonsensical Network for the most part. We don't check out too many other people's because we've been burned a few times.
I check out a lot of different streams. I've seen your streams. I've been in your chat. I mean, you might be like the second best streamer compared to us.
I mainly saw Looney Tune. Do you even have a favorite Looney Tune character?
I mean, does it get better than Lola Bunny?
They gone. Yeah, man, they're gone. Chris, we did Chipotle here at the house. Where's Blaze saying? Where's Blaze coming?
But yeah, no, not to derail the conversation. Is that really the real James Luker?
Ooh, they gone.
I can't hear you yet. I haven't brought you up on stage. Chill.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I was Corey. I was down in South Carolina, and now I'm right up here, just a couple hours away from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hate
actually,
to interrupt, but it's the real life James Luker.
Hello.
Hey, I know that guy.
Holy
Dad
shit!
met
On
you,
it.
Dad
James,
met
I
you
don't think
before?
we've met.
It's like you were just at my house or something.
I know, it's crazy.
If I was, then Chris drugged me and took me there.
Glick,
Wouldn't
tell
be
him,
the first
tell him
time.
all, man. I really live out in the middle of nowhere.
Out. He lives in the dude. He really does, but he also lives right on the Ohio-Indiana border. So literally, his house is in Indiana. Across the street is Ohio.
Dad met that person before?
I don't know. Maybe.
Dad met you before?
You're cutting out bad. One more time.
Dad met you before.
Oh, maybe.
I do have a YouTube channel.
You do?
Uh-huh.
So do I.
And do you even have a favorite character?
He keeps cutting out. What is he saying?
Favorite
He
Looney
wants to know if
Tunes
you have a favorite
character.
Looney Tunes character.
A Huntington's character?
Looney Tunes.
Oh, Looney Tunes. I'll bet you could.
My response was, I don't know if you can really get better than Lola Bunny.
Dude, honestly, yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't
Are
know
you
very
more
much
into
of it. If I watch Space Jam, I'm sure I'd figure it out, but I don't know right now.
What the fuck?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I just got back from the gym and I'm eating rice. That's all I fucking eat nowadays is rice and eggs.
Look at you all healthy.
Well, I do have a YouTube channel, by the way.
No?
You mentioned that. Yeah.
You can look at it.
Not right now because we're in the middle of a show.
I'm on my goal to 4,000, by the way.
All right.
Hey, Glick, though, seriously, man, I really hope you enjoyed your time here, man. I really, it meant a lot to me when you came down, man. So I know I got really drunk on Friday. That's why I had to stop at McDonald's to make sure I wasn't too gassed by the time we got home. So I had to do stuff to soak up the alcohol so we could talk when I got home, when we got to my house. I was like, dude, I don't want to pass out on these guys, man. Dude, my uncle showed up at the show, and he kept buying me shots left and right, dude.
Yeah.
And they're biker motherfuckers, man. They're all bikers in that fucking bar, man.
I love it. Always blame somebody else for how drunk you are. I love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, man, I wasn't mad. Trust me. That's what Nikki said. You mean I got McDonald's twice in a 12-hour span? I was a happy fat fucker.
Yeah, what up, first time I ate McDonald's in like 7 months.
Damn.
God.
We got Untrackable here.
Yes.
My sub counts now 3880.
No, man. No, it was cool. Saturday night was awesome. And then our Friday night was awesome. And then coming out Saturday, I know you kept apologizing, but I thought it was cool, man. A little low key, just kind of chill and.
Dude, he's not gonna say it, but I was greening out. I was so fucking stoned. By the time he got to my house, I smoked like 7 joints.
He was so high, he was tickling Jeebus's taint.
Touchdown.
Dude, he saw me like fucking smoke like 3 joints back to back to back.
See, I get one and I'm good.
Dude, I smoke constantly. I'm on a tolerance break right now. I'm actually detoxing my body right now.
Oh, dude, I usually use mine. Because I've got one of the THC pens. Just it's easy, it's convenient, it doesn't stink. I do like 3-4 hits off of that right before bed. It calms my body down, and it calms my nerves down, specifically my legs. And dude, I fucking zonk right out. So I don't even really get time to enjoy the high. I just fucking knock myself out with it.
Dude, when I was at the gym today, I shit you not, man. My cousin works there, and I was like smelling pot.
What was that gym? What was that gym part?
Huh?
That gym part?
He's talking about his experience at the gym that he had today.
Oh, was it good?
No, I'm telling. He's asking what you were saying about the gym.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
So, I went to the gym. I go to the gym twice a day. Earlier, I went and I did arms and I did back, and then I went just recently, about an hour ago. I did chest and I did abs. It was awesome. I hate abs, but
I love doing ab workout. I love doing upper body. I was telling Nikki, I was like, you will never see me do a leg workout. I'm always all upper body. My legs are like tree trunks.
Why would I work a muscle that no one can even see? It's stuck under the sick thick of beard.
I joke around. If the rest of my body looked like my legs did, I would be happy. I'd walk around in underwear all the time if my body looked like my legs do.
What, skinny with no muscle?
No, my legs are solid. My legs are cut, man.
I think due to the gym, I think he looks pretty big.
I was gonna go
call him a legs guy.
I mean, I got thick legs, man. That's why you'll never see me do leg workout. I wanted to go to the gym today. Unfortunately, I didn't because I got wrapped up doing podcast stuff. Yeah, I mean, it is that and the fact that it's so cold up here, man, and I had to go into work to take the dumpsters out, and I have done so much damage to my hands by breaking bones in my fingers and my hands and whatnot. When it gets so cold out, my hands literally like cripple up, and they were in so much pain I could barely grip my phone. Like I couldn't even grip my phone to do what I was doing. I had to keep setting my phone up on my laptop to do what I needed to do on social media because my hands were hurting so bad. So I couldn't imagine going to the gym and trying to, grip a machine to do it. Like do a
Hey,
workout. So.
speaking of your hands, how banged up are they since you and my cat got into a fist fight?
How big of his arm? How big are those arms anyway?
I got scratches everywhere on my hands and up my arms, and
Dude, my
I told
little
Nikki,
cat Trouble, dude, she'll fuck you up, man. She'll
I
fuck
told
you
Nikki
up.
I have a
How big are those person's arms anyway?
36-inch.
What about the third person on here?
His are 28 inches. Mine are 36 inches. And Connor's are 14.
So big that you can't even measure them.
No, yeah, I told
Only
Nikki,
when I flex though, and I never flex, so you'll never fully see it.
I told Nikki I have a new arch nemesis in trouble. It's on.
Like shit, guys.
That cat has started something that she can't.
And there's
finish.
Untuckable. Untuckable says I have the best streams.
I don't think Untrackable's ever said that. I don't think anybody's ever said that on this podcast.
I think that if you're comparing us to anyone else, and you say that anyone else is better than us, then you are high currently.
I was talking earlier, James. One of our conversations that we had was basically like getting the right people around us and getting rid of the snakes this weekend. And it's something that kind of really resonated with me. It's something that's really been bothering me a lot lately. And I was just throwing down the gauntlet, like, here it is. If you fucking watch the show like you suckers say you do, then you're gonna know where my stance is. Like, I'm not in the business to be helping people that aren't looking to be on a two-way street to reciprocate.
But that's not
I'm helping you.
You prefaced all that with, "I'm sorry."
Let me apologize. Yeah, but I mean, the sentiment is still there. Like, we can have a community where we help each other, but don't expect something for nothing, because I'm much like you have, James. We've been burned by people, and then we get made to look like assholes, and I'm tired of being looking like an asshole because of other people.
Dude, there's a reason why I turned everything bad into comedy. You've seen my Snapchat now.
Yeah. Nikki said that. Nikki said she got in the car today when I picked her up. She said, "Your boy's been cracking me up all day today." I was like, "On what?" She said, "His Snap stories. I've been dying listening to it."
Dude, there was this dude who hit me up yesterday, and he wasn't going to give my buddy his money for his tracks. So I said, and they brought me up in the conversation because they don't like me because they're fucking rappers who don't have a fucking life around here. They just want to be small town famous. They don't want to actually.
I'm on my goal to 4,000, by the way.
Then when I fucking said something, he called me through his girl's phone, by the way, because I already blocked him like a year ago, and he keeps watching my stories somehow. So his through college girlfriend, he calls me on her phone, starts calling me a disappointment and how my family hates me and all this shit. I'm like, dude, I'm doubling everything that you have. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you have like 500 monthly listeners. I have like 3,000. I said, dude, my last I don't pay for my views. You can tell when someone's paying for views. All right?
Yeah.
Like, think about it this way. His latest song has 19,000 views, and it's only got like 100 likes and like 12 comments. My latest song has 11,000 views. It's got 600 and something likes, and it's got like over 100 comments. Make it make sense.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? And then until today, I was like, you know what? I'm going to troll. So I literally screenshotted like some of my biggest accomplishments, and I just put, I'm such a disappointment to my family. It's on every single accomplishment. My magazine articles, my fucking numbers, my Spotify listeners, everything. All I put was disappointment gang.
I just wish I knew you were such a disappointment before we drove all that way.
And I told him, I was like, I brought Glick up. I was like, yo, I was like, how crazy is it that I'm such a disappointment?
I think I remember you subscribing to my channel when I first met you.
Hey, Brandon, with all due respect, buddy, we're doing this show, and what we're not going to do is come up here and repeatedly shout out your show.
And you seem like a pretty good user.
On someone else's network, but just not up here.
You're a pretty good user. I was on here before.
Okay, well, I'm telling you this now, bub. All right, so we're not going to do that. Respectfully. Again, I think that we need to change of pace here, and helping out a whole bunch of other people is just taking us in the wrong direction too many times. So we're gonna stick with this show and focus on this show while we're on.
Let's all right. Well,
The
I
show
want to
is
say this. Let's go
called
ahead and switch
Men
the subject real
Caring for
quick.
Men.
Glick, I just want to say, dude, seriously, man, the amount of respect you showed me and the amount of love you showed me, dude, means a lot, man. It really does. I would have. This was a spare bedroom, but I'm turning it into a studio. I would have let you all stay here instead of buying a hotel. But right now, you know, my house is getting remodeled this year, so we're trying to get the inside going.
Yeah, no, man. Hey, like I said, you know, I'm when I say that I like somebody's music or I like somebody, I'm not just saying it to blow smoke up their ass. I'm not trying to be a coattail rider. You know, I do want to make this year, and Nikki and I have talked about it. One of our goals is to, you know, if somebody's performing within 2 to 3 hours, you know, we want to make the trip if we can, and go support them. I want, you know, I can sit here on a podcast and play your music and tell people that you're great, but I can also make a trip and go see you and support you in other ways, or support artists in other ways as well. And like I said, you know, man, I think you're a really good dude. I truly do. I got a lot of respect for you. I love what you're doing. I love the drive and the determination that you have. I think it mirrors what we have here on the network as a collective. And, you know, we're 100% behind you, but you also put that same backing behind us at the same time.
Oh yeah,
that's what it boils down to.
That's why every time I have a chance, I try to join a stream. You know, when I have a little bit of free time, you know, I see you guys are live. Like, for me, I'm friends with a lot with other reaction channels as well, and who's discovered me on their own, you know, and the fact that they hook on to me and y'all hook on to me and y'all spread my music around, you know, I try my best to share y'all on my YouTube community page. I try to tag y'all and stuff. I like to try my best to spread the love, you know, like I have followers, but I'm not like big, you know, I'm kind of mid right now. I'm still working my way up there, but like I said, I do my part. I try to do my part. We had a conversation about ideas and stuff. We conversated about our ideas for like 2.5, 3 hours on Saturday, you know, and you know how much I respect the reaction channels and the podcasters, and you know what I mean? You all are what to make the independent scene go around. Like, you all are like our news channel in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys show us and you guys give us your honest feedback. Like, if you told me you didn't like one of my songs, I would say, okay, bet. What did you not like about it, so I can fix it? You know, so I don't make that mistake again. Maybe because if you feel that way, somebody else does. You know?
Yeah.
And like, for instance, I don't know, if I dropped one Silhouette drops, you've heard that song, you like it, but if you hated it and you told me, hey, I don't like that song, I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, that's fine, you know, maybe what did you not like about it? I like to know those things. I like to be critiqued.
Yeah.
I like to know what I need to work on, what I shouldn't work on, you know, what am I good at, what I'm not good at, you know what I mean? I just like to get better. So.
And you want that from somebody you trust, and I think that's what we're talking about. You know, we're talking about, you know, building a community, and I'm loving the music community that you know, that I'm starting to become a part of. A lot of great musicians. There's some other streamers out there that we're getting connected with, they're a fun community, man. They like to have fun. Shaka and Lazy and Jedi and Beast Mode and all those guys, and we support each other. You know, we were talking this, and it's funny because when we took a break earlier, I was like, you know what, let's play this song. I forgot it was on here, and James and I were just talking about it. Last Hope. You said you said you feel like that's one of your worst songs, and I said we fucking love it on the network.
Dude, I dug it. That was a good song.
And we play it.
Dude,
here
that
on
was
Monday
about
night.
ex-girlfriend, man. That note in that video was legit. It was an actual note she left me.
But that
saved
goes
it
back
for
to
like 4 months specifically for that video.
But that goes back to where we were talking about. You know, you never know the way somebody's a song's going to affect somebody. You know, the way somebody can relate to it or get them out of a hole that they've been in for God knows how long. You know, music and mental health go side by side at the end of the day. I mean, I know.
Oh yeah.
I know music has gotten me through a lot of iffy times, man. And it's not even necessarily like a sappy emotional song. Sometimes it's just like a kick-ass song that is like, you know, a hard-hitting rock song or a rap song or something like that. And it's just like, why am I fucking sitting here feeling sorry for myself? Like, I know I'm that goddamn good, and I'm over here feeling sorry for myself. Fuck all that bullshit. And it's because a certain song got me out of that funk, man. That's why I said, man, you never know when that right song is going to hit at the right moment. Like, you know, we joked around about you getting a little soft with Ride Alone, but I love this song. It's a different side of you, and look what the numbers are doing, man. They're blowing up for you. So you just never know.
You know, the numbers are cool, man, and I like it. But like at the end of the day, man, I wrote that song because it was about what I've experienced so far in the music industry when it comes to like, you know, real life things. You know, I can make a song all day long like fucking saying, y'all can't change my Outlaw Way shit, fucking that hard rock until I'm dead shit, you know, blacked out. But when it comes to that song Right Alone, I felt like I wanted to connect more with people. I feel like I needed to really let people know how I feel, like the other side, like you said, the other side of me, the softer side of James, not the whole fucking punch you in the face 24/7. You know, I want people to know that I have emotions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like,
those songs are the same thing as Monday nights.
So
I
wrote that song about the truth. And plus, you know, when somebody younger than me comes and takes my place when I'm older and I can help them out and they see, hey, you know, he wrote something about the music industry, and this is what's I told him, like, hey, this is what's going to happen. Your friends are going to leave you one day the bigger you get in the industry, and you're going to have to ride alone one day. That's basically what the message was for the younger artists after me, you know.
Yeah, you know, unfortunately, the fake ones will weed themselves out, and the real ones will still be there. You know, I think
I'm not coming up with this clown. Who the?
I think he was referring to Brandon. No, that's you know, that's another one of those things, man. You could have a young artist or an artist, not even a young artist, just an artist in general that's going through the struggles, man. And that song, you know, like Connor was getting ready to say, you know, most of the week we're just here on Nonsensical Network, just cutting loose, having a good time, having fun. Yeah. But then on Monday nights we get serious, and people get to see a different side of us. And we've all been on the show. We've all shown a serious, you know, quote unquote vulnerable side to ourselves on Monday.
And that's important to show. That's important to show nowadays, man. Like, did I interrupt you? My bad if I did, man. I'm trying my best. Go ahead, man. I didn't interrupt you, man. Go ahead.
All I said was Glick cried. You can go back into the episodes. Like, it was within the first 5 episodes of Men Caring for Men. Glick cried.
You cried too. Shut up.
Yeah, I know, but people expect it from me.
Okay.
People expect that from me. I'm a bitch. That's why I'm on this show.
True story. Yeah. I think I scrubbed that episode. It no longer exists. Nobody will ever believe you that I cried.
Really? That's music, especially music that's heartfelt and that comes from a true space in an artist's heart. When people connect with it, it's because they don't feel like they're alone. I know that for me in particular, like when I listen to certain songs, it makes me realize that more people, this song is at a certain extent big, or enough people have heard it and enjoyed it and liked it that I'm not alone in the way that I feel. And whether or not this artist is talking about getting through it or not isn't important. I know that this struggle isn't just my own. I think that we kind of try and do that here on Monday nights as well, is show people that, yeah, we're these fun whatever dudes. And then Monday night we come together and we kind of get serious and show people that, dude, everybody's fucked. Everybody's
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It really is, dude. And like, that's another reason why the bigger I get, I try to bring everyone up around me, and I try to bring more fans, more eyes to them, you know, because I feel like the people the reactionists who I'm friends with, like Glick, Stoner Man, Ambro, a couple other guys, like they're in it for the right reasons, you know, and that's important. That's very important, is to be in it for the right reasons, you know. And like I've told Glick, like, bro, start a reaction channel, you know, start a reaction channel into your podcast. Do live podcast reactions, but do other reactions, you know, for it, like side channel. Or what you could do is you could do a reaction on your podcast, take clips of it, and then put it on another channel. You know?
Yeah.
And there's endless possibilities, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just like to try to throw my 2 cents, try to help out as much as I can for anybody who could use it. You know, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but I know a lot more than I should at 22. So.
I'm just waiting on that Upchurch interview you promised me. That's all.
Oh, hell. You know what, man? Him and I haven't talked to Ryan in a minute, dude. I've been talking to Trey, Taylor Campbell. I don't know if you guys know who he is.
Yeah.
But he's another. Yeah, him and I are about to do some music together soon.
Nice.
Him and I just talked today. Actually, Trey and I are about to film a music video for February. Just you already know how far I'm ahead. I've told you all about. I'm like 3 or 4 months ahead. You heard the Just Trey song and I.
Yeah.
And you heard the Silhouette
I'm
song,
digging
and you
it.
saw the music video, and he gave me his honest feedback. That's all I wanted, you know. And I played it live and shit. It was fun, man. I
Yeah.
really had a fun weekend with you, dude. It was really fun. And I don't trust very many people to come to my house, so I got good vibes off of you. I knew you were a good dude.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the same way where I'm like out of town, out of my element. I'm a little bit more cautious, and I'm not so eager to where I'm like, yeah, fuck it, you know, like. But no, man.
Hey, man,
it was the
Richmond
same
is
way.
just an old ass town, dude. It's an old ass historic town. That's all it is.
It's a cool town, man. It reminds me a lot of the small rural towns we have here, especially like where I live at. It reminds me a little bit of Nurk. It's a little bit bigger than Nurk, it seems like, but it still reminds me of my town here. We had fun just doing the tourist thing and driving around and checking out the town and all that. But yeah, I mean, it was like there was a level of trust there, and you know, you present yourself. You're definitely a good dude at the end of the day. So it was like, okay, Nikki, you want to go out? He's invited us to come hang out at his house afterwards. And she's like, yeah, let's go.
I try to be a good dude, man. I try my best to. I just like to make people laugh and smile. I try to spread positivity around as much as I can, as much as people try to bring the negative side out of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I turn everything into comedy, because like I feel if you laugh a lot of things off, you know, it doesn't hurt that bad. You know, like this dude told me over the phone, said that my girl's disappointed in me. My mom hates me. The 765 hates me. And this all just digging at me. I'm laughing. I'm saying that's fine. That's okay. But little did he know, if he wouldn't have sent those tracks, I would have made a YouTube video about him, and I would have spread it to every reactor I knew to tell Creek Squad to go to his channel and report his channel for fake views, and his channel got taken down because it's obviously fake views. Dude, his shit would have got taken down.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about tonight. Is just the fakes and the coattail riders, you know. And I'm gonna put the same effort into people that, and again, it is what it is at this point. I'll put the same effort into people they're putting into me. You know what I mean? And by me, I mean in my personal life and in this podcasting life. If I'm giving and you're just taking, well, you know what? You're gonna find yourself rode off real quick and in a hurry.
Dude, I've given away a truck to my brother and he sold it for fucking drugs. I totally, dude, I've been burnt by family and friends, man. Let me tell you something, dude. It hurt and it stung, but damn, it made me stronger. That's why I am the way I am now, dude. Like I feel I've lived a lifetime. That's why, you know, like I feel like I've lived a lifetime and more, you know, and I feel like I'm not trying to like boast or anything like that, but like I feel like I'm wise beyond my years, and I feel like that's why I get along with people who are older than me. And like I said, I don't know if I told you this, Glick, but hey, you're allowed at my house anytime you want. By the way, like in the summertime, we have fires all the time. We shoot guns. We shot fucking guns. I mean, my buddy brought like a whole fucking arsenal with him.
Hey, we just became friends, James. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I was high as fuck shooting a fucking shotgun.
Yeah, Count Connor, and you said guns. He's there.
Yeah, we'll go have a good old time. I'll show up with like 5,000 rounds. We'll have fun, man.
Dude, I got a place shoot, man. My buddy, he brought a sawed off shotgun and a fucking 245s and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. I told Nikki, you guys said that you do a 4th of July party out there every year, and you invited us. And like I said, you know, because her birthday's actually on the 5th of July. And it'll just depend on, you know, if the kids are here or whatever. But
I might have a birthday party of my own. My birthday is coming up in April. I might just invite you all in too as well. It'd be in April. It'd be a little bit warmer out. I could have a fire. I might just invite y'all out there too. We all could go out to. I can get my producer and shit. Because the original plan on Saturday was to go to Jay's house and watch the fights, watch UFC fights, and then have a fire here. But then I went south, and then I got too stoned. I didn't make the fire, and then
No, not at all. Not at all.
You are wise, but you forgot to shut up.
Oh, that's untrackable. That's one of our boys. He's a ball buster like us.
Ball buster.
That kind. Yeah,
Oh, he's just breaking my bulls.
Yeah.
He likes to touch them real nice too. It depends on the day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna smoke for like a week, man. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
Drink.
You gonna be able to get through a week?
I got beer. He's seen it.
Yeah.
Dude, I
What's your
wish-
favorite kind of beer, bro?
Depends on what I'm doing, right?
Let's
So
say
like,
that
am I having a beer with dinner or am I drinking to get drunk?
Drinking for a nice buzz, I guess, like 1 or 2 or 3.
Blue Moons.
Blue Moon's pretty good. I like Banquet. I'm a Banquet guy.
Yeah, I like Coors Banquet. And then my favorite beer is Sam Adams Oktoberfest. Every fall, I look forward to their Oktoberfest. I think they have the best one, so I'll sit down. I'll buy because they only come in 12 packs or 24 packs. So I'll buy one of the big packs and I'll go through it in like 2 days. My wife's, you just bought some. Don't worry about it.
It happens. You Untrackable, you okay down there, buddy? Untrackable said he's having a hard time. I just want to make sure he's okay. Are you? You're not frozen to the core, are you? I know you guys are getting blasted with the cold weather down there too.
4 goddamn degrees out when I took my boys to school this morning. Holy
Dude,
shit!
it's 4 degrees here too, bro. Yeah,
Did you say 54 or 4?
4.
Okay, yeah. Because you live in do you live in like central Indiana or?
I'm like let me hang on a minute. I gotta think of the compass in my mind.
Glick said you're more on like the east side of Indiana, but like
Yeah, I'm
north,
closer.
south,
I'm like right next to Ohio, Eaton, Ohio. Yeah,
north, south, center.
Indy's about an hour and a half away from me.
Okay, yeah. I live down by the river. I live out near Evansville.
Oh hell yeah,
It
dude!
is.
Hell yeah.
It is
I wouldn't say
negative
hell
9
yeah,
degrees
Evansville
here.
sucks. Evansville fucking sucks.
Dude, tomorrow I have to get out in this and I have to put my new motor in my truck, dude. Outside. And-
Dude, they're closing the schools here tomorrow and Wednesday because tomorrow it's supposed to be like the wind chill is supposed to be like negative 20.
Honestly, I don't love having my kids at home instead of at school, but at the same time, I hate getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning to freeze my ass off taking them to fucking school. God love them. They're lucky.
Put them on a bus.
I'm not
I
gonna
can't.
lie.
They go to private school and they don't run buses.
Make them walk.
That'd be like an hour and a half long walk. They'd probably get picked up by some fucking homeless dude, get molested.
When I was
come
a
home
kid,
crying.
I had to walk 10 miles uphill both ways in 6 feet of snow to go to school. And I had to carry my sisters on my back.
Did you have
All
to
of them at the
dodge?
same time.
Did you have to dodge the homeless pedophiles?
Well, in the summertime, not so much in the winter because they were pedosickles in the wintertime. So
I can't.
Can't focus on touching little boys. I'm too cold.
I don't know if that
Fucking
should
Diddy.
really be the. I think the constant amount of gunfire in your neighborhood should be more of a concern than a ditty.
I mean, I'll give them my old ACH and my body armor. They'll make it. They'll make it to school all right. Yeah, we live on the
Shoot up,
corner.
fuckers.
We live on the corner of Crenshaw and Baghdad.
Now let me tell you something. If your kids show up to school in body armor, they're gonna assume the worst. Let me tell you that.
Listen, my school knows where we live. They asked if we were okay day one.
For real? Oh shit.
I
For real?
told their principal. I was like, yeah. They were like, oh, where do you live at? Like, I was like, oh, we live on the corner of this street and this street. And she goes, oh, do you guys like it there? I was like, no. She was like, I didn't think so. I was just making sure.
No.
But we had an interesting way of moving because I got out of the military going on 2 years now, a year and some change ago. And when I got out, we moved and we stopped at my mother-in-law's house and we stayed there for like a month, moved out to Vincennes, which is south of Terre Haute. And we were there for like 6-7 months. And my wife got a job making decent money. And when she signed her offer letter, essentially it said, you know, within 12 months, you have to move within 30 minutes of Evansville. And it was like, easy enough. And so we didn't do as much research as we probably should have. And within the first 4 months of touchdown Ohio State, within the first 4 months of being there, there were 2 murders, 3 shootings, and we had 2 dudes get arrested in front of our house on separate occasions. And I was like, yeah, we should start looking for another house.
Yeah, dude. Evansville's a rough area, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rough fucking area.
Like I said, I'm not a really huge fan of the area, but it's temporary.
Yeah, of course. And thank you for your service, by the way, dude. Appreciate it, sir.
Oh, I love doing it. It was more than a pleasure.
Hey guys, I hate to hop off here, but my phone's going dead. But I just want to hop here and say what's up to you guys, and appreciate you guys, everything you guys do for us, and thank you guys for helping the independent artists out and mental health out. It really means a lot. I love what you guys are doing. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on sharing y'all stuff, do what I can to help get more eyes on you guys, and you guys do the same for me. I really do. It means a lot. So I appreciate you guys. Seriously, thank you.
I appreciate it, James. Thanks for coming up and being a part of tonight's show, man. Feel free any night of the week.
Of course, no problem, man. I'll let you all know when I come up and have time. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have
Much love,
night,
brother.
man.
We'll see you next time around, man.
He did
what was
this.
that, the international
All I could
sign
think of was
language?
fucking horse sound. Anyway.
Untrackable, you good, brother? You okay down there, man? You sound like you're going through some shit.
Yeah. Making me nervous.
No, that's the shit right there I'm talking about, man. The people that have the same mindset, man. Like, I don't know. And I'm so laser locked in, and it's just like there's a part of me, and I guess that's why I keep like apologizing if I sound like an asshole. There's a part of me that's like, I really don't want to be an asshole, but there's also a part of me where it's like, fuck it. It's asshole mode engaged at the end of the day. So, got to kind of
stand by. I have to try a brownie that my wife made.
Is it a weed brownie?
No, it's a brown butter brownie that she made from scratch. And if I don't try it now, she's going to shoot me later. So,
and by scratch, what she means is that she made it out of a
poison
Betty Crocker box.
She's ready to crack.
No.
She's ready to cash in that $500,000. That
Yeah.
life insurance policy is screaming her name.
And by
That's disgusting. Why would you feed that to me? That's really good.
that's
Anyway,
fucking horrible. Betty Crocker makes good brownies. That's what she should.
Jedi, nice to see you.
What up, Jedi?
I don't know about you, Glick, but I feel like
Big
we're rolling
Jedi.
up on the end of this. I super appreciate the fact that James came up. Brandon, even though you hopped out and we had a little conversation there in the middle, I appreciate you coming up. I think that he might have a YouTube channel. I don't know. I can't remember if he mentioned that or not. But I don't know about you, Glick, but I think I'm about ready to touchdown Ohio State. 27-7. Anyway, national champs around the corner. My Monday night has gone pretty damn well.
It's rigged.
Your face is rigged.
I'm
How
pretty
can
sure
you say
when
it's rigged after Michigan beat Ohio State like a drum?
well, they didn't beat them like a drum. They just. I think it was one of
No.
your guys' coaches. I think
From an
it was
Ohio State fan's perspective, I will tell you, compared to how we played for the entire rest of the season, you beat us like a drum.
Yeah, I think there was a former legendary Ohio State coach that said if you can't beat your rival, then your championship is invalid.
And you know what? I don't completely disagree, but I also disagree because somebody goes home with a ring, and the rival, whether they beat us during the regular season or not, doesn't go home with a ring. Anyway,
And we got one last year, undefeated, by the way.
But we've been undefeated before. We just didn't go undefeated and win the national championship in the same year because of reasons.
Or win a Big Ten championship. I love the new playoff system, by the way. I really truly do. I think your 4 big conferences, like they did this year, if you win your conference, you get the bye week and you're automatically in. But I love the new college playoff system, man. I know there's bugs and there's quirks that need to be worked out, and they will. And I think they'll wind up potentially bumping it up to maybe 14 teams, maybe 16. I don't know, but I'm happy with it. I like it because you never know. You never know what could happen. I mean,
yeah. Glick, it's not Sunday. Sunday was yesterday.
You brought it up.
Well, yeah, because the game's on. I've been watching the game the whole time. I'm watching Ohio State win the national championship right now. I haven't had this feeling since 2014. Okay,
there's only one state. There's only one state in the entire country that's watching that game, and that's Ohio.
Anyway, thanks so much for coming in and listening to us, guys.
I'll tell you the same thing I told Blaze on Saturday night. This might not be actually Saturday night is my show. But this might not be my show, but I have all power. I can do this some bitch. I'll set fire to this goddamn network. I'll burn this whole bitch to the ground and start it over from scratch.
But thanks, everybody. Genuinely, thank you for coming in and listening to us. If you took the time out of your day, out of your busy schedules to come listen to us and have a better Monday, we very much appreciate it. Go check us out at bio.link/nonsensical network. We're on all your social medias, all your podcasting platforms. And don't forget about beards and vaginas. I don't know. How did it work?
Wait, what? Well, that's a totally different page. That's
sorry. Don't type that in.
that's my other OnlyFans. No, but Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. You can get all your nonsensical swag there. Yes. Whether you want a nonsensical network cup, hoodie, shirt, or you want a particular show, or you want your own stuff. Yeah, go give Nikki a follow on Facebook and Instagram. Beauty and the Beard Creative Corner. It's in our bio link with all of our social medias, and hit her up. She'll let you know pricing, and if you're in the area, we'll hand deliver it to you. If you're not, we'll ship it out to you.
And Glick, I like to make all of my, well, I wouldn't say guests because I haven't had one quite yet, but I like to have all my co-hosts do some of my dirty work for us. So go ahead and tell them about all the different shows that we have throughout the week.
Bitch. I didn't sign up for this. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Apparently the boss has to make an appearance every once in a while to make sure his employees are performing, up to par.
Oh, that's what this was, a performance check. I like it.
Yeah, this is a performance evaluation. I'll get back with you later in the week and let you know how you did. I'd like to wish you all the best in your future endeavors, sir. Your services are no longer needed on the network. However, here's
your white box.
Yeah. The other services you provide me, we're gonna have to keep those going. No, tune in every Monday. We kick the week off at 6 p.m. with Speedway Stories and Cold-Blooded Conversations. That's my guy Wally. He's talking motorsports and reptiles. I don't know how the two go together, but damn it, he makes it work. We got a really cool guest on tonight, so check out that replay. It is on YouTube. I don't know if it's up on the Spotify yet, but hopefully we'll get it up here within the next day or so. Followed by right after Wally on Mondays. We have a doubleheader on Monday. Right after Wally is this guy right here beside me, Connor with Men Caring for Men. Sometimes live, sometimes pre-recorded. Sometimes you might just see two random people here doing a show because Connor's MIA. He's AWOL.
Don't start bringing back my slave days. We don't talk about that.
Yeah. Tuesday. What's a fail? Tuesdays, the most important show of the week, the best show of the week. I mean, I'm trying to be non-biased here, but that Glick guy is kind of a tool, but nonetheless.
I agreed. I think that the whole world agrees.
Nah, Tuesday nights is Glick's House of Music. That's me. You guys know who I am at this point. I'm the face and the voice of the network. At the end of the day, you know who I am. No, I'm hanging out with local and upcoming musicians. We're chit chatting. We're getting to know them. We're having fun. It's not your typical interview, man. You've probably heard a million interviews with musicians. That's not how I roll. And then we're playing some of their music as well. So hopefully introducing everybody that listens to some new music, some new artists that they might really enjoy and really like. Wednesday nights, what the fuck news? That's Jeff and I. If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, we're going to talk about it. And it's all comedy based. We have fun. We make fun of stupid people because they deserve to be made fun of because they're stupid. So we make fun of them and we have fun. Thursdays is supposedly there's a show on Thursdays. Jeff's Garage. It used to be a car show, but now it's more of a hobby show. It's all about hobbies and different projects and stuff. So I think Jeff's gonna try to get some guests on there and talk different things. So check that out. Friday nights is Blaze's show. Blaze and Jeff are watching movies on Nonsense and Chill. Just kind of hanging out, watching movies, man. They got the Chatters box open. They invite you guys to get in there and add your 2 cents and enjoy the movies they watch. And then Saturdays, we get another doubleheader on Saturdays. Saturdays are around noonish. When Cash is here every other Saturday, we do Cash's Corner. And we're talking all wrestling, WWE wrestling. And having fun doing that, doing what we do.
Sweaty men in underwear.
There's a lot of women in WWE.
There are. But that's not
There's
what
a
all
lot
the dudes
more.
love to watch as much as you would like to believe it.
Well, true. We can agree to disagree.
You can lie to the world, but you can't lie to me.
And then Saturday nights is the main event here on the network. 6 fucking hours, ladies and gentlemen. Of
Way too many.
Complete and total anarchy. The inmates take over the asylum. We do a little thing. We call it the Open Door Challenge. We drop the link in the chat and we say, bring all. All are welcome. The dumber, the better.
Unlike Monday nights.
But we do ask that you keep your wiener in your butthole in your pants because we don't want to see them. But we just have fun, man. We cut loose. We have a good time. We invite everybody up. And then we wrap the week up with a little sports talk on Unnecessary Roughness. Myself, Big Rick, and our boy Derek Wayne Douglas, former guest of Glick's House of Music, now member of the network. How you like them apples?
Wow. Glick, I've never watched someone take 10 minutes to go through 10 shows, but I was impressed. You did a good job.
I like to give a little bit of a description. I did it earlier in 3. And I got the bio link out there, and I got Nikki's shout out there. So I did it in 3 earlier.
Yeah,
now, granted, it did take me like 10 takes to get it condensed down to 3 minutes, but nonetheless, I did it. Too bad there's no presidents because it's a dictatorship, and I am the king of the network, so I can't be.
We are wrapping up the show.
Fuck you, Wally.
And every time we wrap up this show, or I should say, every time I wrap up this show, even though Glick started it, and finally he's here to speak his catchphrase. God damn! And if you forgot it, I'm going to be pissed.
You can get it on the back of a hoodie, or a T-shirt, or on a mug.
So, Glick, please go ahead and tell me your final thoughts for this Monday night, so that people can start off their week the right way.
Well, first and foremost, stop fucking sucking, people. Be fucking better at the end of the day. We're all out here trying to do something. Let's take care of each other and keep the podcasting community alive and the streaming community alive, and come together and have a good time. There's plenty of internet for all of us. We can have fun without people shitting on other people and being coattail riders. But with that being said, you know what we do around here. Just be good or be good at it, baby. That's all.
I'm going to slit your throat if you don't say it.
So what am I supposed to say?
What is it? Strong people build their houses.
Oh, shit. Oh, what? Oh, man. What? I done forgot about that.
Oh, my God. I'm so mad.
Sorry. Oh, God. I am.
I am so mad.
A strong man builds a firm foundation by the bricks thrown at him.
Close enough.
Something like that. I think I just reworded it a little bit differently, but I don't know, something like build a fucking foundation out of bricks people throw at you.
Yeah, it's something along those lines. Every night that I do this show, I try and do my best to say it, but I always forget it. So at least this time, I'm not the one who fucked it up.
I wonder if I can find it while you do your spiel.
Yeah, so it's Monday night. My final thoughts for the night, and I like to try and stay on topic with it. This goes for everybody, and obviously I was directing it toward Glick earlier, but stop apologizing for doing the right thing for you, your family, your goals, wherever you want to go in life. Stop apologizing for doing the right thing for you. Stop apologizing for cutting out toxic people in your life. They're going to do nothing but hold you back. And I said it last week with Blaze. You are the average of your 5 closest friends. If you hang out with the wrong people who are not there to support you, who don't want your goals for you, who don't want to see you succeed, then you are never going to reach it. You need to pull them out of your life yesterday. You need to fucking do that. And you need to not apologize for it and don't feel bad about it. If you're mad, fucking let your emotions go and say it. Don't feel bad for it. Say what you got to say. And then if you said too much, apologize for it later. But get what you need to get off your chest. With that said, Glick, thank you for coming up. I genuinely appreciate having you up here like we did in the good old days. James Luker, it was awesome to be able to meet you, man. It was good to have you up here. We'd love to have you again. Brandon, I know that you dipped out, but I appreciate you coming up here. It's just good to see you guys out here supporting the channel. And to everyone who listened, took that time out of their day, thank you. We look forward to seeing you next Monday night. And Glick, are you going to stay?
Don't forget, a successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that others throw at him.
There you go. Thank you. I was getting upset about it. I was so confused. I always try and leave you guys with this. I think it's important that it gets put out there. Everybody hits low points in their lives. Everybody gets down. Sometimes you need some help to get pulled out of that pit that you're in. So if you're in a super low spot, or you're in a spot where you're thinking about hurting yourself, call the suicide prevention hotline, 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. And for all the veterans out there, 988 is the veteran crisis hotline. Press number 1, option 1. There is always somebody that you can talk to. You are never, ever alone, no matter how lonely it feels. I've been there. I know Glick's been there. And you need to be willing to speak up, because you only get one life. And even though it feels like shit now, you'd be surprised. You would be blown away by the difference that 1 year, a couple months, 10 years, 5 years can make in your life. So thank you guys so much for listening in. We're going to play us some outro music, and we will see you again next Monday night on the Men Caring for Men podcast on the Nonsensical Network. Peace.
Be good or be good at it.
Nonsensical Network, different flavor every day. Movie talks, new flicks hitting the display. Microphone magic, musicians spill the praise. From reptiles to motorsports, burning rubber craze. Football crashes, touchdowns, epic plays. News spinning, catching on the latest phase. Gleaming cars, engines roaring up the pace. Street tales, urban stories we embrace. Tune in, every week diverse. Groove to the beats, let the rhythm immerse. Lyrics flowing, ciphers full of verse. Nonsensical Network, feel the universe. Interviews buzzing, stars in the circuit, worlds a tapestry, pieces we interpret, hip-hop to rap, the flow never stagnant, reptilian tales, nature's arrangement, cars with muscle, engines with might, motorsports roaring, speed in the night, discussions heated, always a delight, network of nonsense but the vibe's just right, tune in, wait for that beat. Flow so seamless, feeling so sweet. Urban grooves, rhythm from the street, nonsensical network, always on repeat.